Leeds fans, stop scrolling right now. Elland Road just got rocked by breaking news, and one fact is already on the table, 9 out of 10. A striker redemption arc writes itself at the Etihad. A goalkeeper civil war erupts in the dressing room, and Daniel Farke just threw his own fan base under the bus. Insiders warned us last night, and here's the first payoff. That 9 out of 10 rating, it's the exact number that separates a hero from a villain in Daniel Farke's crumbling Leeds reign. If you bleed white more than you hate scum, hit like and subscribe right now. We start with the performance that has Elland Road divided between hope and despair. Stay locked, there's a double cliffhanger at the end that involves a French goalkeeper and a manager walking the plank. The Etihad, hostile territory, 2 goals down after 25 minutes. Daniel Farke's job hanging by a thread, and then halftime arrives with a substitution that changes everything. The player, a striker who divides opinion, a man some Leeds fans never wanted, someone whose Everton past still haunts Elland Road. The name? Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And here's why this changes the entire narrative of Daniel Farke's season. Calvert-Lewin didn't just enter the pitch, he seized it. Minutes after the restart, he pounced on a Matthias Nunes error and restored the game as a contest. 1 goal, then he bore down on Gianluigi Donnarumma, got taken out by Josko Gvardiol's baffling lunge, won a penalty. Lucas Mika buried the rebound, 2-2. The Etihad silenced. But here's the twist, Calvert-Lewin earned a 9 out of 10 rating while Willy Gnonto, the man he replaced, got a 2. That's not just a substitution, that's a statement. When's the last time you saw a halftime sub completely shift the identity of a team? That's what Calvert-Lewin did. He didn't just score, he defended. He didn't just fight, he led. And according to sources close to the situation, this is a rumor. Calvert-Lewin called a players-only meeting after the Aston Villa disaster earlier this week and told the dressing room exactly what he thought about their lack of fight. That meeting stayed private until now. This man isn't just a striker, he's becoming the voice Leeds desperately needs. Do you think Dominic Calvert-Lewin just saved Daniel Farke's job for another week? Drop your verdict below, and if you believe this performance proves he's worth every penny of his contract, smash that like button and let Scum fans know who fights harder. But here's the gut punch. Phil Foden scored a stoppage time winner after Ao Tanaka's sloppy pass. 3-2, defeat, heartbreak. Calvert-Lewin's heroics wasted, yet the performance lingers. It throws Farke a lifeline in spirit, if not in points. It gives Leeds fans something they haven't felt in weeks: belief. But as massive as that comeback was, the next story cuts even deeper. Because while Calvert-Lewin fights on the pitch, a goalkeeper battle is tearing the squad apart behind closed doors. Loyalty or upgrade? Stay locked. The team sheet drops, Leeds fans scan the bench, and there it is, a name that hasn't appeared in matchday squads for weeks. The player? A French goalkeeper who was supposed to be gone by January, a man linked with exits since the summer, someone the club seemed ready to let walk on a free. The name? Illan Meslier. And here's why this changes everything about Leeds' transfer strategy. Meslier replaced Carl Darlow on the bench at the Etihad with no indication of injury for the Wales international. That's not rotation, that's a message. Lucas Perry has been Leeds' #1 since returning from injury, but his stats tell a horror story. 50% save percentage, minus 1.6 goals prevented in 7 appearances. That's brutal. Meanwhile, Meslier, for all the scrutiny he faced in the championship, posted a 70.7% save percentage last season. The Brazilian was supposed to be the upgrade. The stats say otherwise. And now here's the twist. According to sources close to the situation, this is a rumor reported by several Yorkshire outlets. The club is now considering selling Darlow in January instead of Meslier. That's a complete reversal of the summer plan. Why? Because the 49ers are starting to realize they may have backed the wrong goalkeeper. Perry's performances have sparked concern. Meslier's championship record, flawed as it was, suddenly looks elite compared to what's happening now. Do you think Illan Meslier deserves another chance as Leeds' #1? Drop your take below, and if you believe Lucas Perry has been a downgrade, smash that like button and let the board know the fans see it. But here's the problem, neither goalkeeper looks Premier League standard right now. Perry concedes more than expected, Meslier did the same in the championship. Leeds need an upgrade, but they spent the money on Perry and got worse. That's a scouting failure. That's a 49ers failure. And it leaves Daniel Farke with an impossible choice. Stick with the struggling Brazilian or gamble on the Frenchman who was supposed to be gone. The decision could define the next transfer window. But as brutal as that goalkeeper crisis is, the next story is even more toxic. Because while Meslier fights for his place, Daniel Farke just publicly blamed the fans for destroying one player's confidence. Unity or betrayal? Stimai locked. Press conference, routine questions, and then Daniel Farke says something that makes every Leeds fan's blood boil. The topic? Brendan Aronson. The man fans have been screaming to drop for weeks, and Farke's response? He throws the fan base under the bus. The quote? He's had stick since his first day back here. We work together, win together, and lose together. We never finger point. And here's why this is a disaster for Daniel Farke's relationship with Elland Road. Aronson has been slammed for poor performances all season long. Fans have begged Farke to drop him for Dan James or Willy Gnonto. And Farke's response? Blame the fans. Accuse them of targeting Aronson from day one. Defend a player who's delivered nothing while ignoring the supporters who've watched every painful minute. That's not leadership, that's delusion. Here's the context. Aronson was benched against Aston Villa after weeks of fan pressure. Dan James didn't start either. Farke went with his own plan, and Leeds lost. Then at the Etihad, Farke made changes but hinted Aronson will start at least one of the next 3 games. Chelsea, Liverpool, brutal fixtures, and Aronson is guaranteed minutes. Do you see the problem? Farke is prioritizing loyalty over performance, and it's killing Leeds. And here's the twist. According to sources close to the situation, this is a rumor. Several senior players privately told coaching staff earlier this month that Aronson's lack of confidence is affecting team morale. Not because fans boo him, but because he knows he's underperforming and Farke keeps starting him anyway. That's the real issue. It's not the fans. It's Farke's stubbornness creating a toxic cycle where a struggling player gets forced into the lineup, fails again, and the whole squad suffers. Do you think Daniel Farke blaming the fans for Aronson's struggles is a sackable offense? Drop your verdict below, and if you believe Dan James should start every game over Aronson, smash that like button and let Farke know the fans aren't the problem. But here's the final nail. Farke admitted Aronson won't play 90 minutes 3 times this week, but he will play. That means one of Chelsea, Liverpool, or another fixture gets sacrificed for a player who's delivered nothing. That's not tactics, that's sabotage. And with the 49ers monitoring Farke closely, this could be the decision that costs him his job. Brendan Rodgers is already being linked as his replacement. The clock is ticking. But as catastrophic as that is, we're not done, because the real war is just beginning. Stay locked for the conclusion. 3 stories, 1 crisis, the striker redemption that gives Leeds hope, the goalkeeper's civil war that exposes the 49ers' mistakes, and the manager's public blame game that destroys fan unity. Daniel Farke doesn't just need results, he needs a miracle. And based on what we just uncovered, that miracle might not come. Let's break down what this means. Calvert-Lewin's 9 out of 10 performance proves Leeds have fight, but one man can't save a sinking ship. Meslier's return to the bench proves the club knows Perry isn't working, but selling Darlow instead of fixing the real problem is classic 49ers short-term thinking. And Farke publicly blaming fans for Aronson's struggles? That's a manager who's lost the dressing room, lost the fan base, and is now lashing out because he knows the end is near. If Leeds execute on Calvert-Lewin's energy, fix the goalkeeper crisis, and drop Aronson immediately, they survive this run. But if Farke keeps playing favourites, keeps ignoring the stats, and keeps blaming everyone but himself, Leicester and Southampton will bury Leeds in the table. The next 3 fixtures are brutal. Chelsea at Elland Road, Liverpool 3 days later, 1 wrong move and Farke is gone. Here's what I need from every single Leeds fan watching. 1. Smash that like. If you believe Dominic Calvert-Lewin just became the most important player at Leeds United. 2. Drop a comment with your boldest prediction. Does Farke survive the next 3 games, or is Brendan Rodgers in the dugout by December? 3. Subscribe, because every single subscriber makes Scum fans furious, and we're about to expose every crack in this squad until the 49ers fix it. But listen closely, here's the edge of the cliff. One decision is still pending. Farke's team sheet for Chelsea hasn't been submitted yet, and insiders say if Aronson starts, the fan base will revolt. That decision could come in the next 48 hours. And on top of that, Manchester United just freed up wages after selling a fringe player. They're targeting the exact same striker Leeds was scouting in January as Calvert-Lewin backup. Which domino falls first, Leeds or United's? Plus, there's a rumour reported by Yorkshire outlets that a Leeds player met privately with 49ers executives last week, no Farke present, and what was discussed could either force the manager out or buy him one last lifeline. That story drops next. Marching on together, the battle is here. Hit subscribe, stay locked, and let's make the Premier League bleed white. we ride together. See you in the next war.